Hey guys, Lily Ray's back with another share. This book was ordered and it is Alice in Wonderland. Excuse me, Alice in Wonderland, and I just finished it today. I have here a Alice in Wonderland charm. I hope you could see that. And I have two clocks here. I die cut them out of 110-pound paper, and then I decoupaged them, added a brad on each of them, added some stickles on it, and added some let's see, I added the archival ink by Ranger. I also added this 19 millimeters to hold the charms, and it has a key, and also I added some tickets. I added a brad, a little bulb clip. It's called a garment clip. You can open these up. She can take these out and write on them or journal on them. The paper line is a Disney paper line. Let me see here. I used this one. It's a Disney paper pad, and it has 24 sheets. I only used several sheets. This pink one here, and I believe that I used, which other one did I use? I think one of the, oh, this one. The other ones were all princess, and so that's for another book. I also used recollection paper, this purple here, several colors. And then I also used Dream Etc. Kit. I decoupaged, I printed out the kit, decoupaged it, and then added it to my cover. And this paper line has crowns, and this is the back of it. And this is part of the Dream Etc. kit. I also used a We Are Memory Keeper 3/16 eyelet, a fastener by Tim Holtz, and then these are Alice in Wonderland charms, the crown and the white rabbit inside a cup, and the cups, as you can see, they have, I hope you could see that, clocks. It's made out of clocks. I thought that was pretty nice. And then I added this seam binding to the actual Tim Holtz fasten closure, because I wanted to give her room to grow. But if you take this out here, you have one opening here, another opening here, and I didn't tie it too tight just in case she wants to take the seam binding off. And then this closes like that. So I just have this dangling down. So if she wants, she can take this off or use it. I also added these corners, and I got those on, oh my goodness, I always forget the company name. It's terrible. Let me see if I can grab that. No. I don't know what it is, but I will have that linked below. I always get my corners from that particular vendor, and I dyed these. These were gold, and I dyed them black with my markers. Alright, so let's go in. I didn't do too much with the exception of decoupaging the paper because I wanted the paper to be the focus. So excuse my fingernails, they are terrible. As I said, I just finished completing the book. Inside I used again the same thing. I decoupaged the whole kit and then I laid it down here. Again, I didn't put another pocket here because I have plenty of pockets inside. I added some glimmer mist, homemade glimmer mist, and it says here, down the rabbit hole. This is part of the Disney line on the spine, and this is part of the kit. If you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there, Alice. And as you can see, I decoupaged this as well. I used a pack of 52 cards. Most of them, I use this Distress Oxide walnut stain to give it a vintage touch. And then this is a die that I have. I used Recollection paper, 110 pound, and I added some stickles on that. You could turn it like that. You could also use it, I believe, as a tuck. And this is also a tuck. So you can tuck something there. This is pretty delicate. I don't know that you would want to tuck something there, but as you can see, you can. And so this goes here. This is the other page. The next page, I want to stay in focus here. I added a little camera with some bling, and then the Mad Hatter. I added this to this background, and this background comes from Dreams, etc. This is a little tag. Here's a card that I made vintage. I put some gold on it. I scrubbed the back and then stamped the utensils on that. And this is a pocket. All of my pockets, most of my pockets are made out of brown paper bag. I went and stamped it with splatter and Tim Holtz ruler stencil. And then I also added a lot of the quotes from the story and sprayed it with glimmer mist. This says, the little girl just could not sleep because her thoughts were way too deep. Her mind had gone out for a stroll and fallen down the rabbit hole. Alice. And the next page here, another camera here with some bling. These cards are all glued together. I have the queen here. I used my markers to kind of dress her up, and then stickled it with, or rather sprayed glimmer mist. Another tag from the kit, from the Dream Etc. kit. I should have printed those tags a little bigger, but I did something different. And then I left her plenty of room for her to journal on. This is going to be for pictures and journaling. So she has plenty. The book contains 148 pages. I made the arrows going left, right, up, down on an upside down key, and that's a die that I have. And this is the Mad Hatter, another tag. She could journal on that. And then these are the cards. As I said, I used 52 cards, and then this is a stamp that I have with the splatter stamps as well. I added a clock to this and just glued it down. So she has two cards there, and then I made pockets within a pocket of that big pocket there. And then we have Twiddledee and Tweedledum on top. And then we have another quote. It would be so nice if something made sense for a change. Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And a butterfly there. Next page, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I just added a bird cage to make it look like they were behind a cage. Here we have, we are all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad. The Cheshire Cat. And that's for journaling. And then this is coffee dyed paper. And this, I don't know if you could see that, but it's a purple paper with, I outlined it with the gold. And then I put a hole reinforcement with trim lace seam binding, and all of these pages are coffee dyed, and I left them like that so that she can journal on them. Another quote, if you don't know where you want to go, then it doesn't matter which path you take. Alice in Wonderland. And then that's a tuck. I figured she could journal on this side and then tuck the picture here. And I tried to have a tuck on each page. More journaling. And then these two I downloaded from Pinterest. Alice, how long is forever? The White Rabbit, sometimes just 1 second. There's a place like no place on earth. A land full of wonder, mystery, and danger. Some say to survive it, you need to be as mad as a hatter. And then I added a lock with some stickles. Another bag. I stamped it with my print stamp. And then I added some hearts. And that was a clear stamp. I added these 2 cards and another pocket. And then this pocket here. It says, I know who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. And that's a pocket that goes all the way down. Again, another tuck spot, 2 cards there with coffee dyed paper. Same here. Same here. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. And that was the rabbit, White Rabbit. Another tuck spot here. This is glued down. We're all mad here. 2 cards. A camera with a gold gold key. And I added some twine to that. And also to the card. And then here I have a postcard with the Cheshire Cat, and she could journal in the back. And then Tweedledee and Tweedledum I added to the paper there. I added them down here as well. This one here, I added some seam binding, a brad, and then these are small tags that she could journal on. Drink me, drink me, drink me. It has Alice. It has the Cheshire Cat. It also has the rabbit behind here somewhere. There he is. And then it repeats itself. It's a different type of Alice there. She's looking behind the curtain here. The rabbit, I think he's looking down the rabbit hole. The Cheshire Cat, here the rabbit is blowing his horn. And then Alice has a bottle in her hand that says drink me. So she can journal on all of these. And then this is a Wonderland telegram. She could journal on that and on the back. This was my first book that I've completed for Alice in Wonderland with the theme Alice in Wonderland. More journaling. 2 cards here. Some fun fur with a butterfly and the Mad Hatter. Tuck spot here. Tuck spot here. A ticket up here with Alice. And looks like a deer. And then this is You're Entirely Bonkers. but I'll tell you a secret, all the best people are. And then I have Alice here with all of the cards floating around her. She's sitting in a chair and she can journal there. And that's the end for the first signature. I also decoupaged this one, as well as this one. And then here we have a card. I added this ticket horizontally. It says "Drink Me" with the rabbit blowing his trumpet. And then this is a pocket. I found this was on, I want to say in Dream Etc. I added 2 brads with some twine to close it up. Has a beautiful back, so I didn't want to glue it down. And then I have another quote here that says, "When you can't look on the bright side, I'll be sitting with you in the dark." Alice in Wonderland. I love this pocket. We'll call it a floating pocket. And then there she is again in her chair. I added another telegram here where she can journal. 2 cards. This one's glued down. This one's just a tuck. 6 more pages for journaling, back and front. And then I'm not crazy. My reality is just different from yours. This I downloaded from Pinterest, and I decoupaged it. Another pocket. I stamped "Dream a Little Dream" with the utensils. This is a stamp that I have. I didn't have too many stamps. And another quote. "I can't explain myself. I'm afraid, sir, because I'm not myself, you see, Alice." And then I have a clock thinlet from Scissors, 2 more cards, a pocket, and a butterfly. And then coffee dyed paper. Here's another quote. "Imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality." The Cheshire Cat. Another tuck. Another quote here. "I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then." Alice in Wonderland. And I sprayed them with alcohol inks. And I added some glimmer mist, homemade glimmer mist. Okay, "Imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality," which is the same quote as that, but it's on a tag. And then the Mad Hatter, I added some stickles to him. And then here we have another postcard for journaling. And then this bag I stamped. I have a large stamp. And then I did the splats with another clear stamp that I have. And then added 2 more cards there. The cake says "Eat Me," and the bottle says "Drink Me," and it has a key. And as you can see, I sparkled up the Cheshire Cat. This here is another telegram to journal on. I just added that clip to hold it there. And I added this to these pages. Here it says, "The Mad Hatter, I have gone mad. Alice, I'm afraid so. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are." And that's the Mad Hatter. She can journal in the back. Love this pocket here. This was a Pinterest download. No, actually it was Dreams Etc. And then another tuck here. As I said, she can tuck a picture here and journal about the event there, just to give us some ideas. So she had, let's see, another tuck here. Oh, we just read this. "You're mad, bonkers off your head. But I'll tell you a secret. All of the best people are." Alice in Wonderland. Another tuck here with a card. another tuck here with a card. I used all 52 cards. I decoupage this. I know who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. And then more pages to journal on. She has 6, both back and front, here as well. And then I added this is 2 by 3 cards so that she can put a picture there. And I did both in back and front. So she has 2 here, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 places to put pictures. And then I left this like this. It made me crazy to leave that like that, but I figure it's a junk journal. It shouldn't matter. But I had a hard time with it as well as here. And then this is a big pocket in the back here. We have the Mad Hatter hat. And then I added a big pocket with a large tag for her to journal on, and then the Joker and the crown. And then this goes right in here. She could journal on that as well. And then I decoupage this as well, and this as well. I love the way this came out. Aren't these beauteous? The charms. I love the charms. I hope she likes it. Well, it's done. It's complete. I will send it off tomorrow. And I thought this was a neat idea. It's not going to break because I decoupaged it. Alright guys, well, that is all that I have for today. I will be posting this tonight actually. And so please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you to all of my new subscribers. Welcome. And I will see you soon with another share. Take care.